Alright guys, before we get into today's video, this sync grid build suggestion was put forth by OMG Brobeans. Thank you, man, for giving me the suggestion. This video is for you. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Masters video. My name is Charlie, and today, before we get into the next sync grid build, let's go ahead and do a few summons just to get the day off right, man. We'll see what we can get with our daily discounts today. Yesterday we got a 5-star tease just like this. Okay. Caitlin's daily discounts have been really good to me so far. So let's see what we can get with this. Let's see here. I can't let you get strong. Okay. Yep, Hilbert. Up to sync level 2. That is fantastic. Awesome. Awesome. Alright, let's see what Clement's banner, which hasn't been so good to me when it comes to daily discount pulls. Except, yeah. All the luck goes to Caitlin, I guess. That's fine. That's fine. I'm cool with that. Again, need more 3-star power-ups, so I'm completely fine with this. Yeah. Another 3-star power-up. That's perfectly cool with me. I need them. Them and then 4-star power-ups, which are going to be a pain in the butt to get. Ugh. Okay. Alright guys, so today, the sync grid that we're going to look at, none other than Iris and Haxorus. So, we'll go ahead and look through their stats real quick. They've got, you know, decent sort of stats, I guess, when it comes to defense and attack and HP, all that sort of fun stuff. Special attack, you don't want to do any, like, it's not a special attack kind of a Pokemon, so you're not going to deal with that at all. The attack stats, decent, it's at 42 out of the 138 that are in the game. And the bulk stats at 132, so it's kind of a low bulk. So it's not, this is meant to be a striker unit, it's not meant to take damage. So we'll go ahead and look at the moveset. It's got Dragon Claw, which costs 2 move gauges to use. Not move gauges, but 2 cost. There you go. And it hits decent. I mean, it's a quick attack essentially, is what you're using it for. X attack, which sharply raises the user's attack. Outrage, which does a lot of damage, but it leaves the user confused, which I'll tell you how to get around that in just a sec. And you're going down, which raises the user's speed and sharply raises the user's critical hit rate. We'll go ahead and check out their sync move. Dragon Sage, Outrage, no additional effects, so it's just a straight damage doing kind of move. And then its one passive skill is Power Reserves 2, which powers up moves in a pinch, which is not too bad. Not too bad. But we'll go ahead and look over here. This is going to be our first 1 out of 5 sync grid build. We're going to go ahead and get all the nodes around it. In the upper left hand corner, we're going to get the X attack MP refresh, the Carry On 1, which raises the user's attack each time another Pokemon on the field of play faints. So that could be one of your Pokemon, one of the opponent's Pokemon. As long as they faint, your attack goes up for Haxorus. So it can be for your leveled enemies for like Hall 19 or Hall 20, something like that. The more opponents that you defeat, the stronger Haxorus gets. We also grabbed that attack node in the upper right hand corner. We went ahead and grabbed those attack nodes. In the bottom right hand corner, this is sort of like as much of a outrage power up that we can do for a 1 out of 5. We grabbed the 2 +4 for outrage and the +5 for speed. In the bottom left hand corner, we went ahead and grabbed the attacks, all these attack nodes, that's speed +10, and then the You're Going Down durable 4, which has a good chance of making the user able to endure the next hit when it takes a move. The next hit it takes when a move is successful. So you'll be able to survive with 1 HP, even if you get overwhelmed, if your previous move was successful. Now, that's really useful, especially when it comes to Battle Villa, because if you are like, Haxorus is like your last man standing kind of a unit, if it's the last one there, it can take that big last hit from the powerful center or something like that, and still do another round of damage or two, and that might be the whole like how you win that match. So it's a very useful sync grid node to get. The next one that we're gonna do is sort of similar, but this is gonna be the Dragon Claw sort of build. So in the bottom left-hand corner, we don't have You're Going Down Durable 4 anymore. Although you could do that, you would just have to get rid of one of the, like the Carry On or the X Attack MP Refresh 3. But up here, we got the Dragon Claw +3s for power-ups, and then the Dragon Claw Move Gauge Refresh. So the reason why you would do this build is to sort of spam Dragon Claw, so you can get closer and closer to your sync move. And then the Carry On is just, you know, that's a must-have for Haxorus. I mean, I consider the You're Going Down to be Durable 4 to be like an absolute like must-have one, but you know, it is what it is. You can only do so much with so much. Alright, so this is going to be our first 2 out of 5, so sync level 2 out of 5 build. So we've got, in the upper left-hand corner, the You're Going Down MP Refresh 3, the X Attack MP plus MP Refresh 3, the Carry On, and in the bottom right-hand corner, this is sort of like a stronger Outrage build. So you've got all the attack, or the, excuse me, all the Outrage power-ups, the Outrage Move Gauge Refresh 3, and so this way you can just spam Outrage as much as you can. And so the reason that you would use a Outrage build like this is if you had the lucky skill Clear-Headed, which you get from a Crispy Cookie, I believe, and that prevents your Pokemon from being confused. So the downside of Outrage gets nullified. So you can just keep using Outrage, which is awesome because it's a very, very powerful technique. Alright, the next one that we're going to do, this is the Dragon Claw 2 out of 5 build. And so you get the You're Going Down MP Refresh 3. It's essentially the same build as the last one, except instead of doing any of the Outrage stuff, we're just getting all the Dragon Claw +3s, +4s that we can get, plus the Dragon Claw MP Refreshes. So that way you can even spam Dragon Claw even more so, which would be like insane to get it to your sync move. And it does a lot of damage if you power them up with the X attacks as much as you can, and the You're Going Down support move as well, because it's just gonna like increase it's gonna max out your attack stat, which is gonna be nuts. Alright, the next one is going to be a sort of like a defense, kind of like a defense tanky type build. And this is meant to keep Haxorus in the game as long as possible. So in the bottom left-hand corner, we got some new things here. We've got the You're Going Down Durable 4 again, but we also have the Quick Cure, which removes the confused, flinching, and trapped conditions from the user once during the battle. So the reason why you get Clear-Headed as your lucky skill is because it removes confusion all the time, whereas this one will remove confusion, being flinched, getting trapped once during the battle. So it just helps you get out of whatever sort of whatever pickle you're in at that time. And we also went ahead and grabbed attack nodes in the upper right hand corner and the left hand corner, and that speed +5 in the bottom right. Alright, we'll go ahead and do to the next one. And here's an even more sort of like tank kind of build. that really buffs up the defenses. In the upper left-hand corner, instead of getting Carry On, we went ahead and grabbed the special defense plus 10 up there. And in the bottom left-hand corner, we went all the way down and grabbed that special defense. I wouldn't recommend this kind of a build. I did it just because, you know, options. But Haxorus isn't made to be this kind of a sync grid. It's good to get the defense nodes if you can. You know, buff up the defense as much as you can. But, you know, that's not Haxorus's job. Haxorus's job is to get as much damage done as possible. And he's what you need, like, a good bulk type unit like Superior or Samurott to take the damage away from Haxorus as you're doing damage to everybody else. Alright, the next one, and this is going to be our first 3 out of 5 through 5 out of 5. So this is like the max sync grids that you can get. So this is going to be our like high-powered Outrage build. And I didn't get the, in the bottom right-hand corner, I didn't get that Outrage Confusion Boon 5, which powers up moves when the user is confused, because you can get that if you don't have Clear-Headed, but that's going to be essentially, effectively useless if you have Clear-Headed, because he's not going to be confused, or she's not going to be confused. But we did get the Outrage Move Gauge MP Refresh, or the Outrage Move Gauge Refresh 3, as well as the other one. So that way we can just keep spamming Outrage, which is insane, because we get all the power-up nodes as well. We also got the Carry On 1, so that, and the X Attack MP Refresh 3, and the You're Going Down MP Refresh 3, so that we can just keep powering up the attack, and then just deliver as much damage with Outrage as possible. This is probably my favorite build for Haxorus, because it's literally what Haxorus was designed to do, especially if you had Clear-Headed, so you'd never get confused, and it just completely demolishes the opponent. Like, this is a perfect build for this unit. This next one is the Dragonclaw build. So it's very, very similar in the upper left-hand corner, same thing. Upper right-hand corner, we weren't able to get these 2 Dragonclaw plus 3s on the side because you only have so much energy for filling out your sync grid. So what we did do is we did the plus 4 Dragonclaw power-ups up there. And then in the middle, we got the Dragonclaw MP Refresh 2s, and that Dragonclaw 0 and 1, which critical hits land more easily when an attack move is used. So you could also get that for your Outrage build, but you're using up a lot of energy to get up to that node. So that's why I decided to get it just for this one, because it would really help out Dragonclaw. Because it doesn't hit nearly as hard as Outrage does. So definitely another very viable sort of build for Haxorus. Alright, the next one we're going to do is another sort of like a combo, like defense attack. We're just buffing up the defense nodes in the bottom left-hand corner, upper left-hand corner as well. And with the remaining energy we had, we grabbed that extra attack node in the upper right-hand corner. Again, not really the best build for Haxorus, but, you know, it's a build for Haxorus that you could do if you wanted to buff up its defense. And over here in the left-hand corner, we did an even stronger defense grid, where you got the upper left-hand corner, we've got that extra plus 10 defense. We didn't do the Unhindered, which is when a Pokemon attacks, it ignores damage-reducing effects on the opponent's field of play. You can get that, you just have to lose some of the other defense nodes down here. Which we went ahead and grabbed the You're Going Down Durable 4, and the Special Defense plus 10, and that Defense plus 10 in the bottom left-hand corner. Now for our last sync grid, this one's sort of like a combo of Outrage and Dragonclaw, we were not able to get any of the MP refreshes for your going down or X attack, and we couldn't get the carry on 1 because of the energy we used to get the 2 attack moves to power it up. But you do have Outrage move gauge refresh 3, and you've got Dragon Claw's move gauge refresh, and we were able to get the all of the attack nodes for Dragon Claw and Outrage as well. So it really does power up the 2 attack moves. But again, you really want to focus on one of the attacks and get those extra support nodes that boost your that boost your attack and will continually increasing your attack. And I mean, getting the you're going down MP refresh so that you're raising your speed and your critical hit rate as well. Like, it's a must-have. So my recommended build would definitely be, oh, let's find it. There we go. This one. So with this one, you're going to just do the maximum amount of damage with Haxorus that you can possibly do. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe. And yeah, bro beans, this one's for you, bud. If you guys have any suggestions for a sync grid build that you guys want to see, let me know down in the comments and I'll work on that video for you next. Alright guys, see you later.